Get ready for the biggest news dominating the sports world right now. We start with a major shakeup at the Messi event in Salt Lake Stadium. Find out why the event organizer Sadadru Dutta is facing serious questions after being made a scapegoat for the fiasco that unfolded.
Stop using your finger for notes, sketches, and edits. This Jam Jake stylus pen gives your iPad a smoother, more precise writing feel with palm rejection so your hand can rest naturally on the screen. It charges fast, works for hours, and comes with replacement tips. Perfect for school, work, or creative projects. Check the link in the comments to grab it on Amazon.
Next up, we dive deep into the Argentine national team's preparations for the 2026 World Cup. Coach Lionel Scaloni has unveiled a preliminary squad headlined by the legendary Lionel Messi, but there are some surprising absences we need to cover. We look at who is in and who is out for this massive tournament. We continue with the exciting developments surrounding Lionel Messi's role. We explore how Lionel Scaloni is executing a generational transition, bringing in young talent like Santiago Castro and Jose Manuel Lopez, while keeping the veteran core intact for the 2026 World Cup. Finally, we look at the full roster reveal. Lionel Messi, Lautaro Martinez, and Julian Alvarez lead Argentina's preliminary 55-player squad, featuring stars like Alexis Mac Allister and Emiliano Martinez. Don't miss this breakdown of the favorites and what it all means for the World Cup. Stay with us. An event organizer, Sadadru Dutta of the Deccan Herald, has publicly stated that they were made a scapegoat following a fiasco at a recent event held at Salt Lake Stadium involving Lionel Messi. The statement suggests that Dutta was unfairly blamed for the issues that arose during the event. Argentina has unveiled its preliminary squad for the 2026 World Cup, set to be co-hosted by the United States, Canada, and Mexico from June 11 to July 19. Under coach Lionel Scaloni, the team has assembled a 55-player roster, prominently featuring the legendary Lionel Messi, who is preparing for his 6th World Cup appearance. The Tango squad is slated to compete in Group 10 alongside Algeria, Austria, and Jordan. The team enters the tournament as the defending champions, following their thrilling victory over France in the 2012 Qatar World Cup final. However, the preliminary announcement included notable absences. Paulo Dybala of Roma was excluded from the initial squad, sparking discussion among Argentine supporters. Additionally, Gianluca Bresciani has been ruled out of the first 2 matches due to a suspension resulting from an incident involving Real Madrid winger Vinicius Jr. during a Champions League fixture, a suspension that UEFA had previously announced for a Benfica player. The squad features a diverse collection of talent across all positions. Key personnel include experienced goalkeepers such as Emiliano Martinez and Geronimo Rulli. The defense boasts a strong lineup featuring players like Lisandro Martinez of Manchester United, Christian Romero of Tottenham Hotspur, and Nicolas Otamendi of Benfica. In midfield, the roster is stacked with established names, including Enzo Fernandez of Chelsea, Ezequiel Fernandez of Bayer Leverkusen, and Leandro Paredes of Boca Juniors. The attack is headlined by Lionel Messi, supported by players such as Julian Alvarez of Atletico Madrid and Lautaro Martinez of Inter. This preliminary selection sets the stage for intense preparations as Argentina aims to secure another major title on the global stage. Argentina has unveiled its preliminary squad for the 2026 World Cup, signaling a strategic blend of seasoned veterans and burgeoning talent under Lionel Scaloni. The squad features Lionel Messi, who has been included as the team's linchpin, despite initial doubts, having impressed in recent qualifiers with both scoring and creative prowess. However, the announcement also confirms the retirement of key figures, notably Angel Di Maria, who has officially ruled out returning to the national team for the 2026 edition. Scaloni is visibly executing a generational transition, integrating numerous young players into the preliminary roster, including Santiago Castro, Jose Manuel Lopez, Matteo Pellegrino, Nicolás Paz, and others, with the aim of elevating them to starting roles. The veteran core remains strong, featuring established names such as Emiliano Martinez, Nicolás Tagliafico, Leandro Paredes, Rodrigo de Paul, and Nicolás Otamendi, all anticipated to be starters in what could be Argentina's final World Cup appearance. In the attack, Lautaro Martinez and Julian Alvarez are set to complement Messi, who continues his pursuit of a second consecutive title. Looking ahead to the 2030 tournament, Scaloni has made significant roster adjustments, opting to leave players like Paulo Dybala, Juan Foyth, Alejandro Gomez, and Angel Correa off the preliminary list, even though they have not formally announced retirement. Other absences include Angel Di Maria and Franco Armani, who have chosen not to return. The official squad list is extensive, featuring a mix of international players and domestic talents across all positions. The midfield and forward lines showcase depth, with key figures like Enzo Fernandez, Alan Verla, and various young prospects vying for spots alongside established names like Lionel Messi, Nicolás Paz, and Julian Alvarez. The selection process underscores Scaloni's strategy, leveraging proven experience while aggressively building a future-focused team to challenge for the 2026 World Cup title. Argentina has unveiled its preliminary 55-player roster for the 2026 World Cup, led by superstars Lionel Messi, Lautaro Martinez, and Julian Alvarez, the Argentine Football Association announced on Monday. The squad features several high-profile additions, including Alexis Mac Allister from Liverpool, Enzo Fernandez of Chelsea, Emiliano Martinez of Aston Villa, and Nico Paz of Como. The team is positioned as one of the top contenders, ranking third in the FIFA World Rankings and among the top 5 favorites to win the tournament, trailing only the favored Spain. Other top contenders in the global race include the highly ranked France, England, and Brazil. Messi, aged 38, was recognized as the Golden Ball winner at the 2022 World Cup, where he tallied 7 goals, including 2 in the final, and 3 assists. His 26 World Cup appearances mark a historic milestone, with his 13 tournament goals placing him among the top 4 goal scorers in history. Meanwhile, Enzo Fernandez was honored with the Young Player Award for his contributions, having registered both a goal and an assist. The roster adjustment also noted the exclusion of winger Angel Di Maria, the only player to feature in Argentina's starting lineup during the 2022 World Cup final. The competitive landscape remains fierce, with Argentina set to face Honduras in a friendly on June 6 and open their group stage in the 2026 World Cup against Algeria on June 16 in Kansas City, Missouri.